Transfer your lease to a new tenant. When a tenant signs a lease, it's normally intended that the tenant wants to be in that property for 12 months or more. It's often a common experience to see a tenant continue renting beyond the first 12 months, but potentially going on a month-by-month lease. It is understandable as circumstances can change, and it provides the tenant with some more flexibility to leave the property on short notice. However, during a signed lease, a tenant may also encounter a lifestyle change requiring them to vacate before the lease expires. This is where a transfer of lease to a new tenant can be a very useful option. Transferring the lease means that whoever moves in will take your place from wherever the tenant was up to. An example of a transfer of lease may be that the tenant wants to leave their lease after 3 months to accept a job interstate. The tenant also had a roommate occupying the property. As the tenant had a remaining 9 months, the tenant can look to transfer the remaining lease to their roommate. With the use of your property manager, the tenant transfer is extremely easy. It is important to note the lease does not reset. The steps to transfer your lease. To initiate the process, email your property manager. Advise them you want to vacate the property. If you have someone to replace your lease, let them know. This doesn't need to be a roommate, it could be a friend, a work colleague, or even a family member, to name a few. Once you've found a person to transfer your lease, that person will need to apply as normal. The property manager will review the applicant and request any supporting information where necessary. Once reviewed, the property manager will forward the application through to the landlord for an approval. In the event of an approval, the application is executed and the new tenant pays the bond directly into the original tenant's bank account. The original bond then becomes the ownership of the new tenant. Each state of Australia has its differences. In Victoria, Consumer Affairs Victoria shares some important information relating to transferring the bond to another tenant or resident. A tenant transfer is a great option for tenants. It can reduce any breaking fees while the landlord doesn't have to pay advertisement fees to seek a new tenant. If you want to know more about breaking a lease, please visit our website at crestproperty.net.au/market insights. We've got a number of important educational pieces that will help you learn more about an investment property from a landlord and a tenant's perspective. If this is of relevance, make sure you keep your property manager up to date. If you don't have a working relationship with a trusted property manager, please don't hesitate to contact us. We can certainly introduce you to the right people. If you have any other questions about investing, please don't hesitate to contact us on our email at info@crestproperty.net.au. Thanks for listening.